There are religious dimensions to my trajectory, and then there are, I guess I would say, social political. For me, I mean, I grew up as an Episcopalian in what I would call a kind of liberal Protestant milieu. But the minister at my church had a PhD in New Testament. And so it was biblical liberal Protestantism. And I look back and I was very fortunate in that regard. So it wasn't just New York Times editorials kind of, punched up as sermons. They were really about the Bible. And so that was an important formation for me. And then I read Karl Barth as an undergraduate at Haverford College. I attended Haverford College. And that was like a punch in the gut. And I realized I had to decide whether I actually thought Christianity was true or not. Did Jesus rise from the dead? And so it was the truth question, not the meaning question, but the truth question that I had to confront as a young person. And that really set me on this trajectory. Went off and did a PhD in theology. And I was a theological conservative before I was a political conservative. And that the authority of God had to be honored. And that automatically put me at odds with the surrounding milieu in university culture. And through that gave me enough freedom to start to think about social and political matters in fresh ways. And, I wound up on the right side, not on the left side. And I think another factor for me was also, working in a kitchen, during high school at a restaurant, washing pots, working on construction crews. I worked on an oil rig in Wyoming after I dropped out of college to go chase my tail as a rock climber. And so these sorts of experiences were, also I went to a big public high school, and I realized how lucky I was in terms of my own family background. So just realizing the heterogeneity of our crazy quilt country was a big help. Because once I went to college and grad school, I was off in these fancy pants elite institutions that, it's not a bad thing actually, ivory tower, as they say. That's not bad, because it's an opportunity to be insulated from ordinary pressures of life, and that's a great blessing for education. But the downside or the curse of that is that it often blinds you to the reality of the way that most people in our country actually live.